came across Buddhism, and my interest started really when I was a teenager, because I was interested in literature. And I read a book, a really very interesting book called Zen and English Literature. And there was a connection there with the teaching of the Buddha, which began really what has become a lifelong quest.
I wanted something to help me with, feeling anxious, feeling maybe a bit out of control, and something to help ground me. And then from that, I became much more interested in the Buddhist teachings.
Uttam saranam gacchami, dhammam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami.
Having started in the West with Western psychology, as I got to know more about Buddhist theory, I realized that this was an infinitely superior teaching to anything I'd come across in the West. Particularly with Abhidhamma and its understanding of the mind.
Learning that meditation practice, wanting to develop it, I was initially interested in philosophy, interested in understanding things, and the places that I found the most satisfactory and worthwhile answers to the questions I had were in the teachings of the Buddha.
Buddhism and meditation actually can't be separated. If you're really speaking, if the real understanding of Buddhist teaching, meditation is Buddhism.
සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මේ ලෝකේ උපදින හැම සත්වයක්ම පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳලා හැදිර වැඩිලා එනකොට කෙලස් ක්‍රියාත්මක වීම කියන එක වෙනවා. වීදුරුවකට දූවිලි වැටුනහම ඒකේ තියෙන පැහැදිලි ස්වභාවය නැතුව යනවා. ඒතර මේ හැම සත්වයකම සිත් කෙලස් දූවිලි නිසා පැහැදිලි ස්වභාවය නැතුව ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේ වදාළ ධර්ම මාර්ගයෙන් අපට පැහැදිලි කරගන්න තියෙන්නේ මේ සිතත් සිතේ ස්වභාවයත් ඒ වගේම කෙලෙස් නිසා සිතක තියෙන අපිරිසුදු භාවයත් ඇති වුනහම ඒක පිරිසුදු කරගන්න තමයි මේ භාවනාව කියන එක අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ.
We born, then the process of changing we known as the getting old or the growing, and also the becoming sick. Eventually we die. We have no control. Because of that control, the fear comes to us of losing things. Buddha said, body is not the only thing in our life. The other part is the mind. Buddha said, you can't control your body. Body does not listen to you. Body listens only to the nature. That is the physical part. But the mental part, Buddha said, you can control. Once you control your mind, you can find the lasting peace and happiness.
I would find that it worked, so I would sit 20 minutes or so every day, sometimes twice a day, and there would be peaceful, calm feeling. But then other things would happen. There would be unusual sensations in the body. There would be feelings of tingling and quite strong feelings of energization, and I would think, what is this? What is this? What's happening? So I would stop. But then I would miss the calm, the peacefulness that came with the meditation practice, and start again, and then get to that same point where there was quite a lot of what I now know is energy, piti.
We've just demonstrated them in the session. So we demonstrated calm through breathing. So it's a form of breathing mindfulness that calms the breath, and then that in its turn calms the body and mind. It can be very helpful to say to yourself, may I be well, may I be happy, and may I be free from suffering, from dukkha.
There are said to be 40 different ways of developing samatha meditation. So my main practice tends to be samatha, which is developing calm, and it is anapanasati, it's in and out breathing mindfulness practice, yeah? And it works with the breath to develop deepening states of samadhi, deepening states of balanced mindfulness and concentration. And it does that by giving the attention to the breath. And what happens is that as you give your attention in the present moment to the feeling of the breath in the body, the quality of consciousness, the quality of awareness, the quality of being that apprehends the breath, that contacts the breath, becomes more subtle.
By having a consistent meditation practice, it helps me to not be so attached to the external world. It helps me to become more grounded, to understand myself more, and I think have just more compassion and less judgment. Not always, but definitely helps to build that way that I interact with the world.
It's given me a better understanding of who I am, and it's given me opportunity to meet a great community of other practitioners.
I know that I used to have a very stressful, busy job, and I know that I found it a great refuge, really, to be able to find some stillness and some happiness and some ease, and to know how to deal with very fast-moving and complex emotional situations, working with other people in a variety of different ways.
So before I meditated, I was an absolute chatterbox. I couldn't stop talking. And then within weeks, I'd suddenly found I listened.
Sometimes they can't quite articulate it, but it's like that, having something that was missing that they've found, and they know that it is a path that will lead on to something very worthwhile, even though they can't always put their finger on it.
Basically, you don't get stressed out with all sorts of things that's happening to you. Your mind gets stronger, and you have clear thinking, and mind is strong enough to face realities of life.
With all these changes happening, I'm much more able to let go of it and not take it so personally and attack on myself, but just in a non-nihilistic way, but able to look at it and be like, this is what it is. Everything is impermanent. Just let go. It's not mine, and not grasping to what's happening, and just kind of having this release, and that's really freeing. And I definitely think that's kind of the biggest impact it's had.
Some people practice just for a bit of calm and peace, and some people practice because they are looking for enlightenment. So there are different motivations.
My practice isn't very consistent, I can still bring it back to the breath, bring it back to some of the teachings, and carry what I've learned so far through Buddhist meditation kind of in my daily life. And there seems to be more of a thread, I think, that flows through it, rather than sitting, meditating, and then it finishes and you go about your day. It's something that we try to be conscious of, I guess, like throughout the day and like our waking life. And I think, yeah, it's really powerful.